the way I thought we would review this today is to start with taxing on the way in. So when you acquire the properties, we'll have a look at the SDLT, obviously, and it's an update on the reliefs, things that are changing on that front. Then we'll have a look at tax during the period of ownership. So clearly we're talking about income tax if you are unincorporated. And I do have other webinars available looking at corporate ownership for property investment. So today, really concentrating on the income tax side and some simplifications that exist, cash basis, that is down to the OTS, but also the property allowance, which may not be quite as simple as it first looks, and finance costs that are now disallowable, although there is a basic rate reducer. And again, that is not as straightforward as it may appear and can indeed interact with the property allowance. Furnished holiday lettings, I want to look at as well. Mention the business rates, latest news on that, and also the IHT business property relief position as it stands on furnished holiday lettings. And then finally, tax on disposal. So obviously that's capital gains tax, the way in which the reliefs have changed recently, and an important one, how payment and reporting applies to individuals who have been letting their property. And we'll finish with a look at the OTS property income review, which is ongoing at the moment, as I've mentioned. Now, we're all aware that there has been a change in respect of finance costs. Now, this only affects income tax, so not companies. And it's always a bit of a worry, isn't it, when this occurs, because is that going to affect behaviour? If you've got companies still able to claim in full a deduction for finance costs, and it's not available for income tax, then is that going to, for example, create a distortion, and the decision to incorporate may be affected by this? Well, that's what we have at the moment in the legislation. FHL is okay, that still gets full cost for the finance costs. And it's only residential accommodation, so again, not commercial letting. It applies to dwelling related loans. So we're no longer going to have a deduction. That's the amount borrowed for the purpose of generating income, so the purchase, construction, adaptation of the land and buildings. We're looking at the interest and also incidental costs of obtaining the finance, and the relief has been, the deduction has been phased out over the course of 4 years. And now from 2021 onwards, there is no longer a deduction in arriving at the taxable profit.